Hello ViewNative community, thank you for watching these videos. My name is Kamia Simon Peter, and the fact that you've gone to is it video 13 or 14, you are wonderful. All right, so please make sure you share these videos, make sure you like. We want to beat the YouTube algorithm. It will be bad if you have the video you haven't shared or liked, which means this wonderful content cannot be forwarded to others. All right, so let's now create a loop to get all the information on the JSON data. Before we click on it, we just want to know that each of the items in the categories can be clicked on, and it takes us to the next page where that category is going to be, and then we find the list of items that belong to that category. Right. All right, so thank you so much for supporting, becoming a Patreon, donating on our page, liking, sharing. Please continue supporting, because there is a lot that can be done. A good microphone, whatsoever the community can serve, and even more research. All right, let's go ahead. So previously you could click and then view all categories, including the menus, because they're in the same JSON data file, and I added a scroll view. You remember that. So what I'm going to do, okay, we also managed to, for example, have isolate a different category in the object. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to isolate so that I can only see menus. Oh, I even forgot the IDs here, 111. All right, so let me, no problem, I'm going to see how to resolve that. That is easy. You can come, and this is ID 2. Remember, we just copied that. This is ID 3. So this is ID 2, ID 3. Great. That's easy. It can be saved, and you can see the changes have been done. All right, so we want to look through. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to go to B so that I make sure that I go into that array and only look for categories. All right. Then I save, which means this time around if I click, I'm only seeing all that belongs to categories. Okay, that's great. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to make a loop. Now, I think I can create that loop down in the scroll. Let me put at the top. Okay. So one thing I'm going to do, let me do it as, so I'm going to create a text component still in the scroll view, and then this component is going to have C. Okay, so I'm going to, it's like I'm back teaching this. Let me keep it empty like that, so it will always be there, so which means it's in the same scroll view. Now I can't scroll here because literally the content is not completing everything. All right, so what I'm going to do, in view, let me look for V4. In view, okay, I'm looking for conditional loops. Here they are. So we have a V-if, we have a V-else, V-show, we have a V4. Now in view, if I want to loop, I do V4, and then I create, and then I bind with the item. Okay, so V4, I create and I bind with the item. So let's go ahead and do that. So it's V4. Okay, so V4, for example, C. Okay, in C. Now this is where the error is going to be. We're not going to receive anything. Then we create a key. Okay, we bind a key which will equal to C dot, what do we want to bind with? Maybe C dot ID. So here there is something, there is an error. So we want to, let's say, to get all IDs of the categories. Okay, so I've saved. All right, so when I click, I get the categories. Now it's getting a C in a C, which is okay, but sometimes it may be confusing. So let me do something else again, still in the same V. Let me get also the name of the category, so which will be C dot category dot category. All right, so if I click, you can see we have all our 3 categories. Now here is where the confusion comes in. Okay, the confusion comes in because this is a C. It's supposed to be one item in several items. Okay, so it could be C in C's. So it's better when you're going to do an array loop, you give it something to mean that these are several. So it would be C in categories. You get it, eh? So it's better practice. So let me do that. Maybe let me call this items. Okay, and then which means this will be v.items. Okay, same, I'll do a v bind with items, and then this will be C in items. You see that? All right, so we have an error here. Method C is not found, so this also should change to items. Okay, great. So when I click, you can see we still get the same thing. Now I do not want to look to this 1, 2, 3, but I want to look to the index of the array. Just in case I click, I'll be positioning in the index of the array.